Good evening, Spuds Country. Welcome to Friday Night Hockey at the Shields Rink at the Cullen Center in Moorhead, Minnesota. Tonight, your Spuds are set to take on the West Fargo Stampede. But this is not period 3. There we go, period 1. I forgot to change that when I was doing the graphics the other day. This will be the first game of 3 this weekend. This one's at home. The next 2 are in Grand Rapids. Unfortunately, we will not be there for those 2. Following up next weekend will be the home tournament. Unless things change, the first game is at 3:30, 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon. West Fargo Stampede takes to their bench. Spuds take to the net. We do not have a clock cam because once again, as you can see, we're down in the corner. And the clock is actually behind us. And we have no table. We're working off 2 chairs tonight. So starting from Moorhead is the entire front line. The entire bench. Okay, now that we got that sorted out. Number 3, Molly Hockett. Number 7, Lauren Ness. Number 4, Caitlin Shirley centering up. Back on the blue line is going to be number 25, Isabella Oakes, and number 11, good Lord, Almendinger. Celia Almendinger. And it looks like 33 in net, which would be Addie Andel. Puck is being held strongly down in the Moorhead zone before being cleared out and then dumped right back in on the far side. Gentic back behind her own net, sends it along the wall. Shirley picks it up, turns it right around to the far side, over to Hockett. It's going to be intercepted by Gentic, sent out to center, picked up by Hanukkah, and carried in, and the Spuds will end up offside. 14:10 left here in the first. Face-off comes to the near side. Now we're going to the far side. Face-off will be Van Dam and Hanukkah. Van Dam wins the draw. Stampede control the puck. Inside their own zone, they look to clear it out. It's going to be sent off the far wall all the way down into the Moorhead zone. It's going to cross the red line, or the goal line, before Johnson can get to it. So that one will be called back on icing. Yes, Kenzie Johnson, number 18, kind of threw a monkey wrench into my memory this year because her sister was number 18 last year. Puck over onto the far side board. Swenson shot. Blocked by Hanukkah. Over to Everett. Up to Johnson. Johnson back down the near side boards. Everett, Johnson, chip down low. Hanukkah. Now Everett, centering pass. Turned away by Guy. And I can actually pull that joke. That's a blue shirt guy. If you've ever seen that movie. Stampede looked to clear, sends it across near side. It's going to be cleared out to center by Williamson. Stolen away by the Spuds. Swenson dumps it. Spuds go for the change. He'll be picked up back behind their own net by Williamson. Spuds are able to chip it away right at the blue line. Gentic back behind their own net. Challenged by Steen. Puck comes free and into the corner. Up to Retzer. Centering pass is going to be picked off by Huber. The Hendrickson near side. Puck slides all the way down into the Moorhead zone. Taken there by Retzer to Hendrickson. She tries to send it ahead. It's going to go right into the stick of Huber. But the Stampede are going to have to retreat back deep into their own zone. Gentic, near side face-off circle. Will be stolen away by Tibetowski. Chipped over onto the near side boards to Oakes, who sends it back behind the net. Gathered up there by Williamson. She drops it off for Trosen. Trosen around behind. Ahead to, I'm not sure. Stolen away by the Spuds again. Carried down and in by Cutter. She tries for the shot. It's going to be blocked up by Guy. Now Trosen. Out to center, stolen away. With the shot by Lee. Near side Oakes. Kick save made by Wilson. Over to the far side boards. Taken there by Williamson. They try to clear it out. Spuds are going to come away with it. Oakes, shot. Kick save. Puck loose. Rebound loose. And Wilson is finally going to get it covered up on the third rebound on the side of the net. And that'll leave us with 11 minutes and 12 seconds in the first. Face off far side is going to be with Shirley, and she's going to win the draw. Puck will go to the far side wall. Batted around, taken into the corner by Josephson. Spuds are going to fight for it and come away with it. Back down into the near side corner. Ness to Hockett. Centering pass, shot is going to be kicked away by Wilson. Back over to the near side corner. Up to Johnson. Back down into the corner. Centering pass. Comes all the way up to Johnson at the point. Shirley is going to have to snock it over to the far side wall. Ness tries for the redirect to Hockett. Will end up on the near side boards. Picked up by Guy. Now Shirley, far side. Has it knocked off her stick by Williamson. Spuds will have to reset. And Hockett was still in the zone when it was dumped in. So the Spuds will end up offside. We actually have a ref and two linesmen today. Face off at center ice. That's a new one today. Handled by Hubert, dumped into the Moorhead zone. Picked up by Hendrickson. Thrown out to center ice. It's going to be intercepted by Williamson off the far side wall. Williamson across over to Gentic. Dumped into the Moorhead zone. It's going to be stopped by Retzer on the near side wall. Centering pass is going to be turned away by Hendrickson. She'll send it all the way around behind the net. Swenson on the far side goes in to fight for it. Centering pass from West Fargo will end up with Gentic, who sends it back behind the net. It's going to be broke away by Swenson momentarily, turned back down in by Trosen. Will end up along the near side boards. Cleared out to center by Everett. She gets spun around and losing an edge. It'll be Hanukkah. Chips it up into the air, Swenson. Swenson near side shot is going to be blocked by Josephson. Everett steps in to hold it. Right along the blue line, Swenson. It's going to be chipped away by Williamson. Williamson dumps it in near side, goes all the way around to the far side corner. Where it'll be chipped out to center. And the Stampede will end up offside this time with 8:41 in the first. Face off far side just outside the Moorhead zone is going to be chipped in. Oakes will pick it up back behind their own net. Off the near side boards. There's too many refs in the way. I can't see what's going on. Side angle shot, kick back behind the net, picked up back there by Allmendinger. She's going to flip it out front to Steen. Steen 1-on-2, 1-on-3, 2-on-3, takes a shot, goes high and over the net into the near side corner. Lindbergh, stolen away. Cleared out to center by Van Dam. Tossed right back down in. It'll be brought across the near side boards where it'll be picked up by Huber. Huber out to center. Gimberline far side. Down into the corner. Allmendinger will pick it up back behind the net. Allmendinger and Cutter. 2-on-3. All the way down and in. Allmendinger takes a shot on Wilson that goes through the crease and onto the far side wall. Stampede are able to clear it out to center again. Williamson, far side over to Gentic. Picked up by Huber. Bounced out to center, Lee. It'll end up just inside the Stampede zone with Gimberline. Up the far side wall. We've got a number 13, and I don't have a 13 on my roster. Back behind the Moorhead net, it'll be Cutter. Held up at the far side corner. It'll be Huber with the shot. Puck loose on the side of the net. Gathered up by Trosen. She'll send it all the way across to the far side. Williamson. Stolen away by the Spuds. Carried up and out, near side by Johnson. She sends it across right on the waiting stick of Williamson. Johnson is able to fight her way all the way back into the Stampede zone. Williamson back behind the net. Off the back of the net over to Gimberline near side. Ness steps in to steal it away. Sends it down in low, or right in on Williamson. Will be sick back behind the net by Williamson. Wilson is the goal, excuse me. Chipped out to center. Handled by Dufault. And now Hendrickson to Shirley. Shot right into the chest pads of Wilson. But she'll get that one covered up. Face-off will come to the near side. The Stampede zone. Between Trosen and Shirley. Shirley's going to win the draw. Puck will end up on the near side wall. Will be taken there by Trosen. Out through center. She gets challenged by Hendrickson. Puck is going to get taken off her stick just inside the zone. Tossed out to center. And chipped right back in. So the Stampede will end up offside with 5:36 in the first. Face-off far side, just outside the Moorhead zone, is going to be Hanukkah. And I couldn't tell who it was from the Stampede. Everett, near side. Tries to send it ahead. It's going to be intercepted right, or bounced right back to her. She's going to bring it in near side. Centering pass to Hanukkah. Goes right through the slot and onto the far side wall. Swenson is going to be there to pinch it up. Puck comes free, Hanukkah. Retzer, Hanukkah along the near side board. Swenson tries to smack it down low. Slid around back behind the net. Everett looks for the centering pass. Shot. Rebound loose. Swenson with the rebound. Kick save by Wilson on both of them. Puck gets sent around back behind the net and on the far side boards. Out through center. Picked up by Trosen along the far side wall. Down into the Moorhead zone. Now it's going to be Allmendinger. Allmendinger heading out. That one gets redirected up and into the air. And out of play. Face-off is going to be far side, just outside of the Moorhead zone between Steen and Gimberline. Stampede are going to come away with it. Down into the Moorhead zone, far side shot. Save made by Andel. Rebound will be picked up on the near side boards. Taken to the top of the slot by Gentic, who will put a backhand down and send it back in behind the net. Flipped out through center. That one's going to go all the way down. That one's going to get called back on icing. $4.03 to go here in the first. Face-off will be far side of the Moorhead end. Guy needs a pair of binoculars to see this down there. Steen for the Spuds. Puck will get sent back behind the net and on the near side boards. I think it was Cutter was able to clear. Steen and Strand. Strand is going to have it knocked away by Williamson. Held in by Johnson near side. Puck slides out to center where it'll be picked up by Johnson. Slung across ice over to Lindbergh. She'll have it knocked off her stick by Williamson. Back behind the net, it'll be Williamson. Ahead to Huber. Held in by the Spuds. Dumped into the far side corner of the Moorhead zone. It'll come around back behind the net where it'll be picked up and chipped out to center. Cross ice into the Moorhead or into the West Fargo zone. Josephson, cross ice, out to center. Johnson. Round into the far side corner of the Moorhead zone. He held up there, cross ice. Out to center. It's going to break into the West Fargo zone momentarily. It'll be Lee far side who tries to hold it in. Chipped out by Josephson. Now Hendrickson. Hendrickson drives it in right down the center. She has it knocked off her stick by Josephson. It'll end up along the far side wall where it'll be chipped loose by Retzer. Retzer and Josephson. Josephson comes away with it. She takes it the other way, tips it ahead. Shirley, right in her back pocket, is able to keep it all the way down into behind the net. That'll be taken the other way by Nass. Dropped off a Shirley shot, goes just wide of the net and back behind. Picked up and brought around by Williamson. Out through center, near side. Has a not poke checked away by Oakes. They both go down back behind the net. They're both okay and up back on their feet. Shirley near side. Steers around one, brings it in, takes a shot. Blocker save, puck loose. Picked up by Gentic and sent up into the netting. So rather than kicking it off to the side or away from her goalie or helping her goalie get covered up, she sends it up into the netting. So it's out of play. Minute 18 to go here in the first. Face off far side. It's Hanukkah and Trosen. Oakes near side shot. Stick save made by Wilson. Puck goes to the far side wall. Turned down the other direction by Allmendinger. Back behind the net near side. Everett. She has it stolen away by Williamson. By Elizabeth Williamson. Spuds are able to get it away right at the blue line and turn it back the other direction. Down into the far side corner. It's bounced around and sent out sent out near side. Oakes will pick it up right at the red line. It's going to be chipped free and dumped into the Moorhead end. Swenson steps into challenge. She's able to break it free, clears it out to center where Jentic will pick it up. Stampede will have to reset. Brought in just past the blue line. Jentic tries for the shot. It's going to be blocked down by Allmendinger. Out of center, it'll be stolen away by Huber. Now Swenson. Ahead to Hanukkah. Hanukkah far side, 1-on-2. She tries for the shot that goes off the near side board, or off the far side of the net. The horn will sound. That's going to do it for the first. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. Your Spuds and the West Fargo Stampede are currently tied at 0. You guys can't hear me. I'm sitting here gambling. Yeah, okay. I'm like, it's really quiet in here all of a sudden. Okay, yeah, I don't have my headset turned on. So anyhow, puck down into the far side corner with a Gentic. She'll carry it behind the net. Tipped out to center. Knocked away by Retzer. Strand is there to try to turn it back the other direction. Now Lindbergh over to Steen. Stolen away onto the boards. Steen, far side, shot, kick save, Wilson. She'll get that one covered up. 15:25 to go here in the second. Now that you can hear me, maybe you don't want to hear me. Any hoozle, face off far or near side. I cannot talk all of a sudden. Maybe I should just put myself back on mute here. Another shot is going to get steered away in traffic over to the far side wall. Picked up by Hendrickson, who's going to take the shot right onto Wilson. That'll get sticked away. Pulled away by the Stampede into the Moorhead zone. Josephson tries for the shot. She can't get it away. Steen chips it out to center. Gives chase with blue shirt guy. Stampede try to clear. It's going to be held in by Ness. Shirley shot. Puck loose. It'll be bounced right into the glove of Wilson. Fourteen and a half minutes to go for our second period. Face off, glove side of Wilson. Face off is going to get sent right into the Stampede bench. So we'll go right back to the face off. Spuds are wearing their orange sweaters with the black and white trim. Stampede in the blue with the gold and white trim. Or yellow and white. I don't know which one they go for. But they are skating technically left to right. Spuds are going, or Stampede are going right to left. It's hard to tell when we're down in the corner. Almendinger cross over to Oakes, out to, should have been to Shirley. It was a little bit too far ahead of her. All the way down into the far, or in the near side corner. And that one will get called back on icing. Face off far side between Shirley and Frozen. Handled by the Stampede, stolen away by Ness out to center. To Haka, to Ness. And they go in offsides on the breakaway. So we'll go to the face-off on the near side, just outside the West Fargo zone. Cutter and Gimberline faced off. Stampede are going to come away with it. Shot. Glove save made by Andel. Centering pass is going to be turned away by Oakes. Out to center with Lee. Lee near sides get pinched up right on the far side or on the far middle of the wall. Puck will end up back behind the net. Centering pass shot. Save made by Wilson. Over to the far side boards. Taken there by Gimberline. Cutter steps in. Centering pass goes just wide back behind the net. On the near side boards. Puck slides out to center. With Lee to Johnson to Tibitowski. Tibetowski, far side shot, kick save, puck loose in the slot. It'll be Dufault who sends it back behind the net. Picked up there, wrap around. Puck is loose in the shot. Dufault with a shot. Save made by Wilson, and she'll get that one covered up. Face-off near side. Will be controlled by the Spuds. Johnson tries to kick it down low. It'll be Huber who blocks it out. Thrown behind the net, Johnson. Near side, Williamson. Taken away and cleared out to center by the Stampede. Dufault to go pick it up. Off the wall. Down into the West Fargo zone. It'll be Trosen with Swenson in her back pocket. Swenson breaks it loose. Near side, Hendrickson. Cross ice into the far side corner. Johnson can't quite hold it in. Slides out to center. Stampede ran in offside. Face-off just outside the Moorhead end will be Skeen and Gimberline. Hendrickson knocked down with a shot from 22. She's a new one too. Or excuse me, not 22-12. Gimberline, kick save made. Puck is all the way down into the Stampede zone. Pulled away and taken right back the other direction. Down into the Moorhead end. It'll be Van Dam who will kick it back behind the net. Hendrickson tries to send it ahead. It's going to be Gimberline who will be in her way. Lindbergh near side. Shot, kick save Wilson. Puck goes into the far side corner. Carried out through center, Trosen. She's got Oakes working on her the entire way. Puck comes free and onto the near side boards. Huber, centering pass. Redirected by Shirley, now Hockett. Hockett, Shirley, Nass all the way down and in. Puck is going to get sent over onto the near side wall and taken the other direction by the Stampede. Oakes, far side. Tries to chip it down into the corner. Now Hockett. To Ness. Shot on Wilson. Slides right into her glove. Face off near side, never mind. Near side of the Stampede zone is going to be controlled by the Spuds. Dufault tried to chip it down low. It's going to be turned the other direction by Josephson. Looks like we're going to have our first penalty on Shirley. Number 4, Caitlin Shirley. That's going to send the Stampede to the power play. Spuds to the penalty kill. That call was tripping. Face-off far side of the Moorhead zone. The default of the clock to a minute and a half. Refs are waiting for him to change it to 2. This is the time we need to have the Jeopardy theme music. All right, they got to figure it out. 9:51 to go. Stampede control, stolen away by Hockett on the centering pass. Hockett out through center. She's going to take it right through the top of the slot. Has it, actually gets a shot away on Wilson. And Regan Wilson will get it covered up. Minute 50 to go on the Spuds penalty kill. Excuse me, I had a little tickle in my foot. Johnson, near side, up and off the boards to Cutter. She tries to turn it around. It's going to get chipped free and up into the Stampede bench this time, because it was a Spud bench the last time. Really hard to tell when you're standing in the corner. Face off just outside the Spud zone near side. Controlled by the Spuds. Stolen away by number 13. It's going to set high into the air. Centering pass from the far side corner will come all the way over to the near side. Taken by Williamson. Looks for the wraparound. It's going to get sent out to center by Moorhead. Stampede will have to reset. Far side carried in by blue shirt guy. Shot on handle is going to be wide of the net. Johnson is going to clear it out and send it the entire length of the ice. That one will get called back on ice. Spuds will go for the change. 8:48 to go in the period. 57 seconds to go on the penalty kill. Face off far side of the Moorhead zone. Panica and Gimberline. It's going to be Gimberline who comes away with it. Carry to the backside of the net. Out to Williamson, near side. Shot goes just wide. Back behind. Gimberline will pick it up there. Up to Gentic, near side. Shot. Kick save by Andel. Carried around. Shot back door, and Andel was able to get it covered up. I don't think she had a clue where it was. She just threw her hand behind her, and it was there. 0-0, 8:20 to go. 28 seconds left on the penalty kill. Faceoff is going to be won by the Stampede. Swenson, near side. She looks to take it out. She's going to send it up off the wall. Will force Williamson to go all the way down into her own zone to retrieve it. 14, 13, 12. Retzer. Across to Hendrickson. Spuds back at full strength. Whoops. Wrong button. That's Spud's power play. Hendrickson, near side corner. Tries to send it out. It'll be held in by Williamson. Retzer. Back to Retzer off the wall, out to Swenson. Swenson, one-on-one. She'll have it knocked away by Gentic. She'll fight out all the way over to the near side boards. Dug out by Trosen, sent all the way to the far side wall. We got Trosen. She's got Swenson in her back pocket. She gets steered all the way over onto the near side wall. Out front, right through the crease. Save made by Andel. Another save by Andel, set just high. Andel bounced it over the top of the net. Allmendinger up into the Stampede bench. Face off in the Moorhead zone. The Strand and Gimberline. Centering pass turned away by Oaks. Far side wall, Williamson. She tries to center it up. It'll be picked up by Strand and carried out through center. Strand has a poke checked away. Puck slides into the Moorhead end where it'll be picked up by Allmendinger. Allmendinger across to Oaks out to center. Dumped into the Moorhead end. It'll come all the way around onto the near side wall. Van Dam sends it down low. It's going to end up bouncing down right onto Andel. She'll cover it up. We'll get the stoppage, and that'll put us at 6:04. Face off near side, Shirley and Trosen. Stampede control. Centering pass was sent high into the air and off the glass behind the net. Stampede tried to send it up out front. Hocken was there to pick it up. Hocken looks for the center. Nobody there. It was taken away by the Stampede. Near side Ness. Shot. Save. Wilson. Face off near side. Is going to be controlled by the Spuds. Dumped into the corner by Dufault. Round to the far side. Johnson at the point. Shot. Blocked down in traffic. Picked up by Trosen. Trosen out to the neutral zone on the far side. She tries to chip it ahead. It'll be Johnson who's able to knock it down into the corner. Puck comes free. Shirley behind the net. Held up along the far side wall. They look to center it up. It's going to come right up to Trosen at the point. Picked away by Ness. He's able to clear it out to center. We'll go all the way down into the near side corner. Onto the far side wall. Sent off the boards. Out to center. Gretzer in number 13, who I don't have a name for yet. Centering pass comes all the way out to the point to blue shirt guy. It'll be Hocken near side. Back out to center. Hendrickson. Off the wall. Turned back the other direction. Pinned up just to the Moorhead side of the red line. Hocken, Shirley, and Hendrickson, two Stampede skaters. Spuds come away with it. Lee, near side. She gets steered all the way down into the corner. Lee, shot. Blocker save. Wilson. Puck ends up on the far side boards. In the corner, picked up by Gimberline. Out to center. Back there, blocked away by Allmendinger. She'll have to go pick it up behind her own net. Allmendinger Oaks. Oaks is able to clear it out to Cutter at center. Cutter bounces it off the wall and into the Stampede zone. It's going to be cleared right back out by West Fargo. Allmendinger. Lee. Cutter. Pinned up against the near side boards. Lee. Brought into the slot. Puck comes loose. Finally picked up by the Stampede. Going to be shoveled all the way down into the Moorhead end and onto the stick of Andel. We'll have 2 3/4 to go here in the second. No score. Face off near side. Hanukkah and Trosen. Spuds win the draw. Default. Off the wall behind the net. Up the far side. It's going to slide all the way out to center before being picked up by Huber. Dumped in. Shoulder block by Johnson. She'll have it knocked off her stick by 13. It's going to be Hanukkah that steps in to help. Hanukkah 13 and Gimmerline. Now a centering pass from Josephson. It's picked up by Swenson. Swenson sends it out to Everett at center. Taken by Gimmerline. Stolen away by Swenson. Back to Johnson. Puck will get dumped in far side. Default will have to go pick it up in the corner. Up off the wall to Everett. Everett cross ice to Swenson. Swenson walks it in near side, takes a shot, blocked in traffic. Back out through center. Swenson is there to poke check it away from behind. Puck comes free and down into the near side corner, picked up by Johnson. Johnson puts the brakes onto the far side, looking for the outlet. She'll send it over onto the near side boards, and it'll be taken there by Josephson. Not Josephson, Williamson. Elizabeth Williamson, one of the 2 Williamsons. Centering pass is going to be blocked by Johnson. Steered back behind the net by Retzer. But Johnson is going to get called for, I'm guessing, interference. What's this? Actually, I would think it was holding that was the call. Retzer between her skates. Is able to get a hold of it, take it out through center. I don't quite get why this microphone can barely pick up my voice, but as soon as I clear my throat, it sounds like a lion roaring. Hendrickson dumps it into the far side corner. It'll be Josephson. Now Lindbergh near side. Held in by Retzer. Now Huber, far side, out to centers. It's going to get knocked free by Steen. 5 seconds to go in the period. Puck will get held up back behind in the Moorhead net, and that's going to do it for the second. West Fargo Stampede and your Moorhead Spuds are still tied at 0. Spuds will start the third with 55 seconds on the penalty kill. They cleaned the ice before the game. We're done with 2, so they're going to clean it again now, and we'll be back in a little while. You're watching Krabby Toad Studios. by Andel. I did it again. At least this time I didn't go for like 2.5 minutes without realizing that I was still muted. Sliding shot from Gimberline right in front of Andel will get kicked away. Another shot will get kicked down in the far side corner. 15 seconds to go on the power play. Near side shot. Save. Rebound loose, picked up, and tucked in. With 7 seconds to go on the power play, West Fargo is on the board first, 1-0. I'm not even honestly going to venture a guess as to who had that, because I didn't go get a pair of binoculars. Behind the Moorhead net, Hendrickson. Along the far side boards. It'll be sent right into the middle, and then over onto the near side boards. Up to Guy. Shot. Handle save. Puck loose. Steered back behind the net. Moorhead's able to clear. Out to center, it's going to be picked up by Guy. Yes, blue shirt guy, number 10. Down into the corner. Set cross ice into the near. We can kick back behind the net. Handled by Shirley, far side. She brings it all the way down into the Stampede zone. Tries to kick it back behind her. Stampede are going to come away with it. Taken the other direction by Elizabeth Williamson, number 6. Held, gathered, taken at center by Johnson. Williamson, cross ice over to Van Dam. Van Dam gets pinched up against the wall. By default, puck comes free. Johnson will have it. Johnson tries to send it ahead to Shirley. It'll slide out to center. It'll be kicked right back in by the Stampede, and they'll end up offside. So for those of you who don't know, the reference of blue shirt guy is to a Ryan Reynolds movie. A Ryan Reynolds movie called Free Guy. Face puckle down in the far side corner. Everett, near side. She's able to break it free. Looks out, send it out to Swenson at center. Swenson near far side. Swenson tries to steer around Josephson, has a poke checked away. Back out to center. Allmendinger. Crossover to Oakes. Up to Everett. Back out to center. Oakes near side, off the wall. Skated away by Trosen. Out through center and dumped into the Moorhead end. It'll be picked up behind the net by Allmendinger. Chipped free. Steered into the far side corner by Williamson. Along the far side boards, it's going to be Swenson. A head out to Tibitowski. She has a poke checked off her stick by Gentic just as she gets to the goal line on the far side. Behind the net, Lana Williamson. She has a poke checked away by Retzer. Tibitowski. Sends it down behind the red line, goes and picks it up after a stick check by Williamson. Far side out to center, Van Dam. Now Leanna Williamson, stolen away by Lee. Lee in the far side. She brings it in. Kick save made by Wilson. Puck ends up on the near side wall. Trosen, far side. She's got Steen in her back pocket. Puck comes loose right in on Andel. And the Spuds are going to be headed to the box again. This time it will be Steen, I believe, for a slash. So 11:53 to go here, third period. Brooklyn Steen, number 10, is headed to the box for 2 minutes for slashing. Face-off is the near side of the Moorhead end. Handled by Josephson. Along the back wall. Bounced out to Lindbergh. Lindbergh brings it in, has a poke checked away right as she breaks into the slot. Guy tries to take it the other direction. Spuds are there to hold it. Off the far side boards, knocked into the near side of the corner. By default, it comes around all the way onto the near side half wall. Held in by Strand. Trosen goes after it. Picks it up far side. Chips it ahead. It's going to be intercepted by the Spuds. Shirley hard and fast. 1 and 3 down into the near side corner. Ness is right there. She put it on Wilson. Stampede are able to take it the other direction. Huber near side. Cross ice over to Gentic, and the Stampede will be offside. Face-off will be near side, just outside the Spuds' end. Down into the near side corner of the Moorhead zone. Kimberly up to Guy. Shot. Kicked away by Andel. And now we got Shirley going the other direction on a breakaway. She steers around Gentic. Can't keep a handle on it. Tries to send it up to Oakes. Oakes down to Shirley. Shirley brings it around out in front. Right off the side. Gets her own rebound. Tries for the wraparound. It'll be knocked free back behind the net by Van Dam. Kimberline, cross ice, Van Dam. Back to Leanna Williamson. Dumped into the far side corner. Oakes will gathered up out of the back wall. Ahead to Hockett. Hockett, as it looks to steer around, she has a poke checked away by 13 and Josephson. Hanukkah tries to center it up. Nobody there. Spuds are back at full strength. Hendrickson, near side corner. Up to Hanukkah. Hanukkah heading out to Hockett. Hockett gets drilled. Puck comes loose. Held in by Hanukkah up and off the wall. It ends up out at center ice. Default. Far side sends a crossover to Everett. It's going to be intercepted by Guy. Guy tries to chip it ahead. Swenson's going to be there to intercept. She tries to take it the other direction. It's going to be poked away by Gimberline. Now Johnson. Swenson. Over to Default. She dumps it in. It'll be picked up by Leanna Williamson and taken back out. Shot. Stick save by Andel. Now Tibitowski. She'll have it pulled off her stick at center by Elizabeth Williamson. Spuds are looking to clear. They're able to get it out to center. So Stampede has to reset. Far side, Gentic. Cross ice right onto the waiting stick of Lee. She looks to center it up. She's got Cutter right in front. Cutter's going to have to come in and help. Elizabeth Williamson is going to take it back the other direction. Knocked off her stick by Cutter. Allmendinger. Picked off by Trosen. Flipped out through center and all the way down into the Stampede zone. That one will get called back on icing. Seven and a half minutes to go. Face off far side of the Moorhead end. Shot goes just wide into the near side corner. Picked up there by the Spuds and kicked out to center. You get touched up by Josephson right back down into the Moorhead end. Chipped out to center. Taken by Guy. Cross ice. Lend up with Lee near Oaks near side. She gets tripped. No call. Oop, I take that back. Spuds are going to have their first power play of the game. It will be. Number 11, Alexis Trosen for the trip. Faceoff comes to the near side of the Stampede zone. Steen and Gimberline to square up. Spuds are going to control Oaks. Cross ice over to Allmendinger. Allmendinger is forced to dump it down to Steen on the far side. She's going to have it poked away. It'll be Leanna Williamson back behind the net. Strand steps in to knock it loose. Gimberline. Far side stolen away by Steen. Now Elizabeth Williamson. Behind the net, Gimberline. Or Gentic, excuse me. Picked up out at center by Ness. She looks to center it up. Nobody's there yet. Spuds were making the change. Puck is loose right out in front of Wilson. Up to Hockett. Hockett, slap shot. Blocked by Gentic right in front of Wilson. Now it'll be Leanna Williamson down on the far side. She's going to send it out. It's going to go all the way down onto Andel. Shirley, far side, hard and fast shot off the side of the net. Picks up her own rebound, tries to center it up to Ness. They let it up on the near side wall. Shirley up to Retzer. Retzer shot just wide of the net and onto the far side boards. Hendrickson. Bounced out to center. It's going to be Huber, far or near side. She takes the shot just as she crosses the blue line. It'll go right into the glove of Andel. Face-off glove side of Andel. It'll be controlled by the Spuds. Johnson off the back wall to Swenson, far side. Tries to chip it ahead. It's going to be kicked out to Hendrickson, near side. Hendrickson tries over to Everett. Everett brings it in, tries to lift it over the shoulder of Wilson. It was a little bit too much lift, and it goes right down into the corner. Spud's power play is over. Out to center, Trosen. Right out in front of Andel. Spuds are able to bring it loose. Swenson tries to send it across over to Hannick. A little bit too much heat. It comes out of the near side boards. Back up to Johnson at the point. Johnson looks for the shot, sends it down low to Everett. Everett tries for the redirect that goes into the far side corner. 4:30 to go, 1-0 Stampede lead. Out through center, Leanna Williamson. Now Everett, ahead to Swenson. Swenson, Everett, 2-on-1, tries to send it across. Everett with the backhand that went just wide. Cutter is there to hold it in near side. Tries to send it up. Nobody is going to be down there. Stolen away by Cutter. Cutter brings it in, tries for the backhand. It'll be picked up along the back wall by Leanna Williamson. Sends it along to Oakes. Oakes, shot. Blocked by Williamson. Chipped away by Tibitowski. Allmendinger, far side. Shot right into the breadbasket of Regan Wilson. But she'll keep this one at 0. .324 to go, 1-0 Stampede lead. Face-off far side controlled by the Spuds. Chipped across to the near side and taken out to center. It's going to be Huber. Now Tibitowski into the near side corner. Round back onto the far side, Lee. Lee and Josephson. It's finally going to be pulled free by Gimberline. Along the far side wall, gets set high up into the air. That one will stay in. Down in front, low into the slot. Shot by Lee, gets blocked along to the far side of the net. And now it's going to be taken the other way by Josephson. Josephson, 1-on-1, takes a shot. Stave made by Andel. Spuds try to clear. They're able to do so. Johnson, Cutter, 1-on-1, or 1-on-nobody shot right into the breadbasket. Again, of Regan Wilson. 2:28 to go here. Face-off far side will be Trosen and Steen. Steen into the slot, has it blocked. Rebound loose, Strand, shot. It's kicked away by Wilson. Held up alongside the far wall by Dufault. Near side boards, Williamson. Strand. And now Trosen. Held in by Strand, down into the near side corner. Back behind the net, Steen and Gentic. Ahead to Williamson. Stopped at center by Johnson. And we have a whistle. And I'm thinking it must have been an offsides call. Minute 46 remains. We'll be able to face off just outside the Moorhead end on the near side. Cleared out by Oakes. Along the far side board, Hockett gives chase. Picked up near side by Ness. It'll be Oakes. Oakes tries to set it up. She brings it around behind, tries for the wraparound. Now Johnson. Puck loose along the side of the net. It gets kicked over onto the wall. Ness. Shirley. Allmendinger. Bounced out to center. 6 Spuds are going to have to reset. Empty net for Moorhead. Dumped in by Allmendinger. Johnson goes for it. Back behind the net. She's able to come away with it. Gets it to Ness. Ness along the near side boards. Has it stolen away by Huber. Johnson is there to pick it up back behind the net. Centering pass comes all the way up to Oakes. Oakes, shot. Puck loose. Puck goal! What a goal! There it It was actually about 52 seconds. Spuds are going to tie this one at 1. On the picked up garbage goal by number 18, Kinsey Johnson. 1-1 tie. Make sure I don't have any power plays on. 6-on-5 Moorhead goal. Better turn that goal horn off in case we do end up going in overtime and I don't go and flip screens and it comes back on me. Face off at center will be Hanukkah and Trosen. Controlled by the Spuds. Kicked ahead down into the far side corner. We got a foot race all the way down there by Wilson and Swenson. Wilson is going to come away with it. Just as it slides out, it's going to get bumped back in by Retzer. Spuds will end up offside. Face off far side, just outside the West Fargo zone. Shirley is going to chip it in. It will be picked up by Liana Williamson. Held up along the far side boards. Puck comes free, Retzer. Williamson and Everett. Out the center, Everett. Everett and Gentic. She steers around Gentic, throws it right at the net. And Wilson is able to get a glove on it. We have 10.1 seconds to go in regulation. Face off far side, Stampede zone. 10.1 seconds, third period, tied at 1. Sent up into the air, right into Wilson. So we'll go right back to the far side face-off circle with 7.8 seconds to go. Wilson and Gimberline, or Shirley and Gimberline. Shirley wins the draw. Stampede comes away with a 2-1. That's going to do it. Puck is going to float free and just settle in the West Fargo zone. Let's see what they want to do. Mind you, this is an exhibition game, not tournament, not district, just an exhibition. So let's see what the refs are going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a 5-minute overtime. Five minutes sudden death, first teams to score. That means it's over. If at the end of the 5 minutes, if we're still tied, I don't know if we'll just end it there or if they'll just go into the shootout. So face-off is going to be center ice. Spuds control, hard and fast into the Stampede zone. Ness gets taken down right along the near side boards. Puck will be picked up by Huber in the near side corner. Over to the far side, Hockett. Hockett tries to center it up. Puck is sent up into the air into the near side corner, Ness. Hockett back behind the net. She fights with Trost and tries to center it up to Shirley. We'll end up with Ness. Bumps it back behind the net, Hockett. Ness, Shirley, crawl away across onto the far side boards. Dufault. Johnson back down into Hockett behind the net. Hockett looking to center it up. We'll end up with Ness. Ness sends it across the crease. Shirley, far side shot, blocked, and traffic goes way up into the air. Ness Huber. Held in by the Spud. Shot. Kick save by Wilson. Off the stick of Ness. Johnson sends it back down to the near side corner. Ness tries to set it up. Turned to the near side boards by Leanna Williamson. Up the near side to Johnson. Johnson is able to hold it. It's going to get kicked out all the way down to the other end of the Gentic is going to send it all the way down into the Moorhead end, and that one will get called back on icing. Face-off cutter and Gimmerline near side comes to Oakes. Cross to Allmendinger. Allmendinger down into the corner to Lee. Lee off the wall, back up to Allmendinger. Chipped free by Van Dam. Out to center, it'll be knocked away by Oakes. Moorhead end behind the net. Along the far side and out to center, Lee. Kicked ahead by Allmendinger. Playable puck, no icing. Held along the near side boards, Gimmerline. Into the corner. To Williamson. And heading out to Van Dam. Allmendinger is there to intercept. She's going to get tripped out or lose an edge just along the far side, or the back wall on the far side. Puck stolen away by Trosen. Kick save. Rebound loose. Spuds come away with it. 2.5 minutes will be Gentic. Cross ice. Then ahead to Huber. She'll put a shot on from the red line. Andel will cover it up. 2:21 tied at 1. Face-off near side of the Moorhead end. Spuds control. Strand, far side. She drops it back. Shot goes just wide from Lindbergh. Around to the near side boards. It's going to be picked up by Stampede and knocked free by Lindbergh. Hendrickson. Retzer. Far side boards, number 13. Retzer is there to pinch her against the wall. Puck comes loose. Strand. Back to Lindbergh. Lindbergh breaks the zone. Shot. Glove save made by Wilson. Will leave us with 1 minute and 48 seconds in the overtime. Face-off is going to be far side. Hanukkah and Trosen back behind the net. Kicked along the near side board. Johnson tries to send it back down in. It'll be Guy that intercepts out to Huber. Huber tries to chip it ahead to herself. It'll be Dufault that comes away with it. Dufault tries to send it over to Swenson. Swenson's going to come away with it. She'll have it poked away. Down into the near side corner, Hanukkah. Hanukkah tries to center it up. It's going to end up getting sent right back over to the far side wall. Johnson. Swenson tries to hold it. Out to Dufault at center. Dufault. I lost it. It's back behind the Moorhead net. Along the far side wall, Swenson. Swenson tries to chip it ahead down into the zone. She's driving all the way in. She's able to kick it down and into the corner. Now Dufault centering pass to Everett. Everett shot. Kick save Wilson. Everett comes away with it. Up to Johnson. Johnson sends it down low. Swenson with the tries for the redirect. Gets kicked up into the air. She brings it back around the backside. Everett. Everett sends it over to the far side to Dufault. Swenson tries to set it down low. It's going to be turned over on the near side boards. 18 seconds to go. Johnson. Puck gets broke free. Johnson is able to kick it in the near side corner. Back behind the net. It'll be Williamson and Hanukkah. Kicked out to Up to Huber, who takes it out to center. Puck comes free, Allmendinger. And that is how we're going to end overtime. And that's how we're going to end this game. So after 17 minute periods of regulation and a 5-minute overtime, this game is going to end in a tie. So we're going to call it a night since I can't talk anymore. Of course, I haven't been able to talk half the night. So anywho, for my camera, my operator, Mike Hansen, I can't, Lord. I got to go home. For my camera operator, Mike Hansen, I'm Seth. This has been a production of Krabby Toad Studios. We'll see you again next weekend at 3 for game number 1 of the home tournament.